Across the dense tropical forests of Africa and Asia, a powerful silhouette moves between the treetops. With massive wings, a thunderous wingbeat, and an unmistakable oversized beak, the hornbill is impossible to ignore. This bird is not just visually striking, it is ecologically essential. Many forests would quite literally fail to regenerate without it. Hornbills belong to the family Bucerotidae and include more than 60 species, ranging from medium-sized tree dwellers to enormous birds with wingspans exceeding 1.5 meters. What defines them all is the casque, a hollow or solid structure rising above the beak. This casque is not decorative. It amplifies calls, reinforces the beak, and in some species plays a role in dominance displays and mate selection. Despite their intimidating appearance, hornbills are not aggressive predators. They are primarily frugivores, feeding on figs, berries, and other forest fruits. However, they are opportunistic omnivores and will also consume insects, small reptiles, amphibians, and even rodents when available. This flexible diet allows them to survive seasonal food shortages deep within the forest. Hornbills are strong but deliberate flyers. Their wingbeats produce a loud, rhythmic whoosh that can be heard long before the bird is seen. This sound is not a disadvantage. In thick forest canopies, sound travels further than sight. The wing noise acts as an acoustic signal, alerting mates and rivals of their presence. Socially, hornbills display a range of behaviors depending on species. Some live in long-term monogamous pairs, while others form loose groups outside the breeding season. Their communication is complex, involving deep booming calls, barking sounds, and rapid clattering noises made by snapping their beaks. Perhaps the most extraordinary aspect of hornbill life is their nesting behavior. When breeding season begins, the female selects a tree cavity and enters it. The male then seals the entrance using mud, fruit pulp, and droppings, leaving only a narrow slit. Through this opening, the male feeds the female and later the chicks for weeks or even months. During this time, the female undergoes a full molt inside the nest, losing and regrowing her feathers while completely dependent on her partner. This strategy dramatically reduces predation risk. Snakes, monkeys, and large birds cannot access the nest. The family becomes a sealed fortress suspended in a tree. This behavior demands absolute cooperation. If the male dies or abandons the nest, the female and chicks will not survive. For this reason, hornbills are often cited as one of the strongest examples of mutual dependence in birds. Hornbills play a critical role as seed dispersers. Many tropical trees produce large fruits that smaller birds cannot swallow. Hornbills consume these fruits whole and later excrete the seeds far from the parent tree. This process maintains genetic diversity and allows forests to expand naturally. Some tree species are so dependent on hornbills that their seeds rarely germinate without passing through the bird's digestive system. Remove hornbills from the ecosystem, and the forest slowly begins to collapse from within. Fewer young trees emerge. Canopy gaps remain empty. Biodiversity declines. Predators of hornbills include large raptors, pythons, and arboreal mammals. However, adult hornbills are difficult to ambush due to their size, awareness, and social signaling. The true danger lies not in natural predation, but in human activity. Deforestation is the hornbill's greatest threat. Logging removes the large, old trees that provide nesting cavities. Without these trees, hornbills cannot reproduce, even if food remains available. Hunting also poses a serious risk. In some regions, hornbill casques are carved into ornaments or sold illegally, especially in species with solid casques. Conservation efforts increasingly focus on habitat preservation rather than captive breeding. Hornbills do poorly in captivity and require vast territories and specific nesting conditions. Protect the forest, and the hornbills will follow. Culturally, hornbills hold deep symbolic meaning. In many African and Southeast Asian societies, they represent wisdom, protection, and the spirit of the forest. Some tribes believe hornbills guide lost souls or serve as messengers between worlds. These beliefs, when respected, have historically protected hornbill populations. From an evolutionary standpoint, hornbills demonstrate how form and function merge over time. Their massive beaks are tools, weapons, amplifiers, and status symbols all in one. Their nesting strategy is extreme, risky, and brilliant. Every aspect of their biology reflects long-term adaptation to life in dense, competitive forests. To see a hornbill in flight is to witness weight move with purpose. It does not rush. It does not panic. It dominates space through presence alone. The hornbill is not just a bird. It is architecture with wings.